Do you guys just love looking at yourself after you're done with the bomb beat? Like, there's no other glow. Side view? She can never.
Like Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi.
Hey ladies, welcome back to All Things on Marina. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in again to my channel. Hopefully you guys are subscribed by now, but if you're not, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm super excited because today I have for you a makeup tutorial. I know you guys have been waiting for that one. Last time I had to do the workout routine just because that's what you guys voted, but it was sort of split 50-50 with the votes. They just so happened to win. So this time I have for you a makeup look. I decided to do something very simple. A lot of you ladies DM'd me wanting to know like how to put on concealer, how to contour. So this video will go over all that. Also guys, so I've decided that for my first couple makeup tutorials, I'm only gonna do voiceovers while I'm actually, doing my makeup, just because for me, I'm still getting used to talking on camera. Also, I like to listen to music while I do my makeup. If I don't, I just feel like I lose all my steps and I'm just thinking too hard about it. But I like to have fun and just chill out and do my makeup. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Later on, I'll go ahead and record the voiceover so I can tell you step by step exactly what I'm doing. All the products that I'm going to be using today, I will link below, even what shade I use as far as like the foundations and the concealers. That way you guys know. So if you're interested, definitely look below in the description box. If you guys are excited to know how I achieved this look, definitely stay tuned for the whole entire video and be sure to hit that like button.
Okay, so we're just gonna hop right into it. Right now, I'm gonna use my primer. This is the No Problem Prime Essence by Touch in Soul. As you can see, I already did my eyebrows off camera. I just spend so much time on them, I feel like they need their own separate video. But if you're interested, I did use my Dior brow pencil in dark brown, cleaned it up with some e.l.f. concealer, and set with matte clear brow set. But I'm just going to pat that primer right into my skin. I love this primer. It's something I got in BoxyCharm a few months ago, and I've been obsessed. It just creates the most perfect, smooth base for your makeup. Everything sits so nicely on it. Most importantly, we're going to throw on some chapstick, make sure our lips ain't ashy, But next, we're going to go on with some Dior Skin Glow Foundation. This shade is actually getting a little bit dark for me since my skin's lightening up a bit from summer. But, we're going to still make it work. I'm going to go ahead and take my flathead brush and place the foundation on my skin. I'm not going to worry about blending it out too much, just kind of placing it. Typically, I do use a bigger flathead brush, but I was washing my brushes and they were still drying when I was doing this video, so that's okay. But yeah, we're just going to place and map out where I want my foundation to go, and then I'm going to go ahead in with my beauty blender and blend it all out.
Knockout. You win.
Okay, so with the beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and take it, make sure it's nice and damp. I'm using my Mario Badescu facial mist. This one is the aloe, chamomile, and lavender blend. He does have 4 or 5 other ones, and they're supposed to help with different skin types. So be sure to do your research and see which one might be best for you. But anyways, I just use this to dampen it up because if you use a dry beauty blender, it's just going to soak up all your products that you were putting on. So you definitely want to make sure it's a little bit damp. You don't want to make it too wet because then it's going to take off the products of your face as well. So definitely be sure to just make it a little bit damp. So that's why I just spray it just maybe 2 times with the Mario Badescu. Anyways, I'm going to make sure to blend all the way into my ear, my hairline, my jawline, just so my skin doesn't look two-toned, especially if you're wearing a low, like a v-neck, low cut top. You want to blend it into your neck and maybe even to your chest area depending on how low cut it is. Next, we're going to go ahead and with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I will also put my shade down below in the description box. So the first shade I'm going to be using is going to be lighter than the second. The second one's really going to help to blend it more into the foundation so it's not such of a harsh difference. I'm going to use the applicator to place it right on my under eye area, on the bridge of my nose, my chin, and also my forehead. Then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender, one that's different from the one I use for my foundation, and blend out the concealer. And when I blend it out, I'm kind of creating a sort of triangle shape underneath my eyes. And I'm also blending it into the side of my nose as well. This is going to help for later when we contour the nose area. So now, as you can see, I'm taking that darker shade and I'm going to place it right under where I placed the first concealer, under my under eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that into one another with my beauty blender. So after I'm done blending that out, I'm going to go ahead and with some setting powder. And I'm going to use it to set all the places that I use concealer. This basically makes sure that our concealer doesn't crease. So I'm going to be using my Ciate London, or however you say that, Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. This one smells so good, literally smells like coconut. And I'm going to use an angled beauty blender to go ahead and place that there. Alright, so next we're going to get going with this contour, honey. So I'm going to be using two different shades, the Donut and Debutante shade from the MORPHE Contour Palette. And I'm going to go ahead and take an angled Morphe brush. And I don't remember what exactly this brush is called, but I know I got it out of the whole Morphe set. So I think it was like a 24-piece brush that I got from their site. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of the product, and I'm going to make sure to, tap off the excess. And I'm going to try to place it right underneath my cheekbone, kind of like where your ear starts. And then go ahead and blend that in. I only take it about halfway from my ear to my nose, as you can see right here. And I try to be careful to make it as straight as possible. But after we create that line, what we want to do is use the brush to kind of blend it out so it doesn't look like a super harsh line. Some people do like it to look a little bit harsher, and it does make your face look a lot more snatched, especially if you're doing photos or videos. But for me, for like an everyday type of look, I don't really contour too much. I want it to look a little bit more natural. So totally up to you how much product that you use. Just know it's definitely easier to build up this look than it would be to try to undo some work. So if you want a bolder look, build it up and add a little bit at a time. We're going to go ahead and minimize this forehead, put some contour on our hairline right here, and also underneath the jawline. This is especially helpful if you have like a double chin action going on like I sometimes have. So go ahead and snatch that jawline up, sis. Next, we're going to work on our nose. I don't contour my nose too much just because I feel like I don't need it. But when contouring, I just take a smaller blending brush. This one is also from Morphe, one that you might use for eyeshadows. And I just take that same contour shade, put it on the sides of the bridges of my nose, and kind of create an outline for that. I'm also going to put a little bit underneath the tip of my nose just to shorten it up a little bit. And also use some setting powder to fix anything I over contoured. But I want to make sure to blend that out really nicely. So as you can see, that's all looking real good. But we're just going to snatch it up a little bit more. I'm going to take the angled beauty blender, get some setting powder, and clean up underneath where I put that contour at. Making sure both sides are even. As you can see, I went back in and redid my contour a little bit because one was higher than the other side. So definitely make sure they're even, or else you're gonna be looking like this Lulu lopsided. Who did it and why?
You win.
And now I'm gonna take this big dome fluffy Morphe brush and dust off some of that excess powder from earlier. Also blending it out into the other shades, making sure everything is real smooth. Ooh, so it's time for my favorite part, highlighter. Today, I'm going to be using my favorite natural highlighter. This is from a Tarte Holiday Collection palette. My auntie got this for me for Christmas one year, and I really love the blushes, contour, and highlighter from it. The eyeshadows, not so much because they're not very blendable, and they're also not pigmented at all. So anyways, I'm going to take a fluffy brush from Morphe and go ahead and build up my highlighter. The highlighter shade is called Bandeau, and it honestly looks like a glow from within. I love it for natural looks, and this is kind of like my go-to highlighter. I place it on my cheekbones, underneath my brow bone, my tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, my chin, and also the high points of my forehead. Okay, almost done. We're gonna go ahead and get into some blush. I'm using a blush Morphe palette, and I'm gonna be mixing the two shades Sexy and It Girl. One is a little bit more peachy and the other one's more like a true pink. But I'm gonna be taking a Sephora blush brush and picking up the product. As you can see, my dogs were about to run over my whole setup, so I had to check them real quick. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna pat that on my cheek area and up into kind of that area just right between your highlighter and your contour. And I just feel like blush completes the whole look because it blends those two areas together. If not, I feel like my contour line can look super harsh, but if I use the blush to blend it out, it just looks like very natural. I'm gonna also put some blush right there on the tip of my nose. Next, I'm gonna grab that big fluffy brush again and go ahead and dust off that powder from earlier that we used to bake. I'm gonna really blend it out well, or else you're gonna see like that white cast type of look, and it just doesn't look good. So make sure to blend it out. And you know I had to pull out that OG Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm just gonna spritz with like 2-3 of those on my face. It feels so refreshing, but also it keeps your face together. Definitely hold you down if you know you need to go to a long event or something like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and prep my lashes for falsies. I'm going to use an eyelash curler, clamp down for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then I'm going to follow up with some mascara. Today I'm using the Benefit Their Real Mascara in the Blackest Black. And then I'm going to go ahead and off camera and put on my eyelashes, because honestly I suck at putting on eyelashes. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and struggle off camera for you guys. I'm going to also apply some lipstick off camera. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Uncensored. And after I'm all done, I'm going to get back on camera and show you guys the complete look.
Alright you guys, so this is the final look for today. It's just something simple, like I said, that you can do every day if you wanted to be a little bit more dolled up, and it is something that you can wear for a night out. So let me know if you're feeling this foundation routine. If you guys are excited to try any of the things that I use, definitely comment down below and hit that like button. And of course, as always, make sure to subscribe. That way next time you are the first one to know when I drop a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you next time, and stay beautiful, ladies. WTF. I need to come up with a script, honestly. Can I get this right? Okay. I fucked up the last minute. No, I can't do that. Hella fake.
Louis, Fendi, Prada. Basic bitches.